Hey, this is Brook. I'm going to try to show you a little bit of a scale I practice once in a while. It's called G Major Pentatonic. I'm going to try to stay in the first 3 frets, but I might creep up a little bit. So the notes are G, A, B, D, E. Let's throw another G in there. You could play. What chord would go with that? G. All right. So the higher, those are the low notes. You can also throw in the low E. But the higher notes would be, I would start on maybe a high G and work down. G, E, D, B, A, G. Put those together, you got the most common bend I would recommend would be 3rd string, 2nd fret A, bend it up to a B. Let's compare it to an open B string. Pretty similar pitch. Trying to match the pitch. So it's kind of like target practice. Most of my students, when they try something like that, they're going to go, or not quite in tune, is it? Or if they use steroids, that would be sharp. Too much. So I think muscle memory, you learn how to just, you know, the feel of how far to push to get close. I'm not perfect or anything, but let's compare it to the fretted B. 3rd string, 4th fret. Compare it to open B. We call that matching. They're not perfectly in tune. What are you going to do? How about a slide? A to B. Maybe include the open B. Play them together. Remember, the G major pentatonic is identical to E minor pentatonic. So, in a way, this G is almost like an E blues scale. That's just the way music is. A lot of times things can have 2 meanings or more than one. You know, you could say, that's the key of G. No, it's the key of E minor. Like, about the same thing, I guess. Let's do a little picking here. I like to play it like double on each string. There's a cool lick you can do. I guess we'd call that a cliche, wouldn't we? That's pretty common. But you can move it around to other strings. I was trying to go. Not sure if that works. So a little hammer on will help kind of keep things rolling now and then. Oh yeah, I want to do a slide again. Have we done that on this video? Seems familiar. We did that on like an E blues sound, didn't we? Or it depends on how you think. If you think E, then it's E. If you think G, then it's G. So it's kind of up to you the way you're going to steer these licks and patterns. So that sounds pretty country there. I grew up watching Hee Haw. That's where I got all my licks, man. So you add a little hammer on with a slide. I like that. Bends, slides, hammer-ons, pull-offs. It's just really fun. Yeah, I used to play in country bands just because I wanted to get paid, I guess. I wasn't really a cowboy or anything, but I just wanted to kind of see what that was all about, man. And, really wasn't my scene, but I'm glad I went in there and learned about something that I didn't really, it wasn't my real deal, but I learned, getting into something that's not your favorite thing is really good. To get outside of your comfort zone, try some different flavors of music and see what other people like and maybe understand why they like it. It doesn't have to be your favorite listening thing, but at least you've tried other genres and other flavors of music. But I think this G major scale's pretty cool. You can get pretty creative with those licks. I know I'm just barely scratching the surface here. There's just a whole universe of things you can do in the first 3 or 4 frets with G major. And we didn't even change chords. So, you could go over to a C chord and a D chord and do some licks and try to make your notes fit those chords. All right, I hope that wasn't too boring, but work on your G major pentatonic if you're looking for something to do. It's pretty easy to get into it. Remember, it's just 3-0-3-0-2-0-2-0-2-0-3. And try a G chord. And I'm sure you've got a couple of songs that you like that use that pattern. So I think it's definitely worth practicing. All right, thanks a lot.